Hi there. Welcome back to Indiana's English Lounge. Today I'm going to talk about adjectives versus adverbs, two common parts of speech that are easily mixed up. The content of this lesson is for beginner or lower intermediate learners, but I think that upper intermediate or advanced learners could also benefit from giving it a listen. Reviewing the basics, the building blocks of English, like basic grammar and parts of speech, can help you understand how to avoid common mistakes and why natural English sounds natural. Let's get right into it. Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Sentences with adjectives are usually formed like this: noun, linking verb, and adjective, or adjective and noun. A linking verb is a type of verb that's used to describe the subject it's connected to. These include verbs like be, get, become, look, taste, feel, and so on. These are different from action verbs, which are used to describe physical or mental actions like run, eat, sleep, and so on. Here are some examples of adjectives in these same sentence structures. The dog is cute. The boy looks sad. My pizza tastes good. The tired cat is sleeping. He is struggling with the difficult homework. English is an interesting language. Now let's move on to adverbs. Adverbs also describe words, but they do not describe nouns. Adverbs can describe verbs, other adverbs, or adjectives. The main thing to remember is that they do not describe nouns. Adjectives describe nouns. Adverbs help you describe how somebody does an action, or the extent of an adjective. Adverbs are often formed by adding ly to the end of an adjective, but not always. Some examples of this include beautiful becomes beautifully, quiet becomes quietly, sad becomes sadly, and angry becomes angrily. Let's look at some examples of adverbs describing verbs. I swam quickly. He spoke softly. I will call you shortly. Now for some adverbs that are describing adjectives. This is a really beautiful painting. The horror movie was barely scary. The homework seems fairly easy. Now let's look at adverbs describing other adverbs. He speaks Spanish really well. Traffic is moving so slowly. You painted that incredibly skillfully. I mentioned before that sometimes adjectives can become adverbs by adding ly to the end. But this is not always the case. Sometimes adverbs and adjectives look exactly the same. For example, think of the words left and right. You can use these as adjectives or adverbs. You could say, I raise my right hand. And in this case, right is an adjective describing the noun hand. But you could also say, please turn right. And here, right is describing how, where you're turning. The verb turn is described by right. This is why I think it's really important to write down the part of speech when you're studying English vocabulary. If you write down that left can be an adjective or an adverb, and you write an example sentence of each usage, that will help you so much in avoiding common mistakes in the future. Learning part of speech will really help you with improving the quality of your English. One other thing I want to warn you about is that sometimes an adverb that ends in ly looks like an adjective you already know, but the definition is a little bit different. For instance, lately sounds like the adverb form of the adjective late, which means after the expected time. However, lately actually means recently, and you can't say he arrived home lately. In fact, late is an adjective, but it's also an adverb, just like left and right. So you can say he is late or he arrived home late. Both of these sound natural. I talk a little bit more about this example in this video. In summary, adjectives describe nouns. Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. A lot of the time, you can add ly to an adjective to turn it into an adverb, but not always. Sometimes adjectives and adverbs look the same, as in he raised his right hand or I turned right. Okay, let's try a listening and reading quiz. Please write down all of the adjectives and all of the adverbs in this short passage. Remember, adjectives describe nouns and adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. I went to the beach on Saturday. I had the most wonderful day. The weather was absolutely perfect, and the water was so refreshing. The sand was soft and warm. I really love swimming in the ocean. Okay, how many adverbs did you count? And how many adjectives did you count? There were 5 adjectives and 4 adverbs. Thanks for watching. Try doing a little bit of extra practice by writing some example sentences using adjectives and adverbs in the comments. Try to challenge yourself by writing one sentence where an adverb describes a verb, a second sentence where it describes an adjective, and a third sentence where an adverb describes another adverb. If you thought this grammar video was helpful, please like it and subscribe to my channel for more. I also have flashcard videos and listening practice videos. Good luck with your studying.